What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay. We are here with another PBA Wi-Fi battle going against Slither, aka Lars. Make sure to go check him out. His link will be in the description down below. How you guys doing today? So I'm kind of scared because he has a Chiyu and he has an Azumarill. Those two mons are what I'm very scared of. He brings an interesting squad between Screamtail and Avalugg. I did not expect those two to come. He also brought the Cloud, which is understandable. Just really didn't expect the Avalugg to come, or the Screamtail. So that's interesting. Rouge kind of looks very good here. Honestly, I was very scared of webs, but he didn't bring them, which is kind of cool. I kind of have a nice way to taunt the Screamtail if it is screens. Quacklevolt looks like if I can get it going, like we could have some fun. But yeah, he didn't bring Sizzle, which is crazy. Goldango is very super duper free here. I can just click Steel move with the exception of Chiyu and not really care. But what do I want to lead here? I think Electros could be a fine lead, honestly. If he leads Noivern, then so be it. Yeah, we'll just do that. Actually, it's too late. Actually, I should have probably just led Grimmsnarl, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll lead Electros and see what he wants to do here. If he leads Screamtail, we're in a good spot. If he leads, whatchamacallit, if he leads Noivern, then it's a little bit scary. He has the duck. He knows about the duck. He has the duck. He has the duck on his card. He knows about the duck. All right, so Florp is going to be Claude. Actually, this is perfectly fine. I am okay with this. So I'm just going to coil this thing's face. If it's unaware, then whatever. But we're just going to opt to coil. And coil automatically. Can't click EQ or anything. He can toxic though. Actually, that's not okay. I'm silly. We'll see what this thing does. Toxic spikes. That's fine. We have heavy duty booties, so I'm not too worried about it. We're gonna click Zen Headbutt here, because if it's unaware, then it's unaware. If it's not physical, it's physically defensive, we should be able to do a decent amount to it though. But he does switch out. Who does he come out into? Lana is going to be this thing. Okay, so we're gonna Zen Headbutt this thing. It's gonna do 0. And we do see the lefties, or yeah, it's lefties. I thought it was a booster energy for a second. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We could Thunder Punch here. Just see how much it'll do. This thing can't really touch us unless it is a setup type of set. If he opts to if he has Encore, he could go for it. He's just gonna wish. Okay, so he's just, I guess he's just scouting. We're gonna Thunder Punch here. It does do some damage. It does indeed do some damage. So he doesn't have the best of Thunder Punch switch-ins, and the only one he has is Clodsire, so we're just gonna keep clicking it. I could coil again. He's gonna Dazzle. Does 40. So that tickles just a little bit. If we get a paralysis on this thing, that'd be great. That would be indeed great. But just trying to see what this thing wants to do, because now he's just, I guess, wishing. He's just wishing upon a star. We do have 3 heavy duty booties mons, oh my gosh, heavy duty boots mons, so I'm not too worried about the T spikes. He's just gonna opt to wish here. He's gonna wish Dazzling Gleam, maybe try to wear me down, but hopefully we can get a paralysis at some point. We see lefties. He probably dazzles here if I had to guess. We are getting leftovers recovery back ourselves. I think I'm gonna Thunder Punch this time, and then on the next wish I will coil again. So I'm just gonna Thunder Punch here. There's the protect, so he opts to protect here. Okay, so that could have been the turn to coil. Excuse me, it could have been the turn to coil, because I don't know, because he's kind of like just wishing and scouting, I guess, but I don't know. He could go on to Avalugg if he wanted to, but honestly not too worried about Avalugg. We could Thunder Punch again, or we can just coil, because I feel like he would wish here. I feel like coil's pretty free right now, so I'm just gonna go for it. He could swap out into something. He can go into Claude if he wanted to. He's gonna wish. So it's wish, protect, Dazzling Gleam. Does he have the Encore, I guess, is the question. Because if he has an Encore, I guess he'll go for it now. But if he had Encore, I guess he would have locked us into Zen Headbutt, honestly. Like, to be completely honest, I feel like that's what he would have done. I feel like that would have been the best play instead of trying to wish protect, because you already have me locked into a favorable move. So I don't, maybe he doesn't have the Encore. But I win this like stall war, so I don't know. We're gonna Thunder Punch. He does have Encore. Okay, so he does indeed have the Encore. We know his whole set now, which is cool. So it's just Encore, Wish, Protect, Dazzling Gleam. What would he go out into here? Let's see. If he would go out into any mon, it would probably be Noivern. If I had to guess. I could go on to Goldango here, because we don't really need the air balloon that much in this one. It would have been nice for Cloud, but we don't really need it, because we can just fire off whatchamacallits. So I'll just go out into Goldango. Or I could go out to Grim. I just don't want to take a D-Gleam if he does opt to stay in. So I'll go into Goldango here. Then we'll draw Lana. And who is it going to be? Is it going to be the Noivern? Death is going to be the Chi-Yu. Interesting. Not the Mon I thought we would see. That is for sure. Yeah, the only Mon that gets poisoned is literally Grimmsnarl. My whole team doesn't really care about T-Spikes. So that's cool. He's going to see that we're floating in the air with our balloon. We're going to swap out here. We're going to go right out into a Roaring Moon. If it's Choice Specs, we're going to see Overheat do a bajillion. Over half. If it's Nasty Plot, that's kind of sort of okay. Because we outspeed this thing at the very least, so I'm not too worried about it. So we have Roaring Moon here. If they Terra Fire, which I did not, like, actually I was being a silly goose and I did not calculate. He's Terra Dark. Okay. That's actually kind of fine. That's honestly fine. I was worried about Terra Fire, but he's Terra Dark, so that's fine. He's gonna go for Dark Pulse. It's my tickle. Doesn't tickle enough. I'm just gonna U-turn here. 100% just gonna U-turn here. Yep, cool. So we get momentum. I don't know if that's Specs or Scarf damage. The table is going to be this thing. So we're going to U-turn and go straight out into Armor Rouge. 100% just gonna go right on to Armor Rouge here. Actually, we can just go on to Goldango, because what comes in, it would have to be the Chi-Yu potentially. Wouldn't be the Screamtail. What else is there? There's a Claude. Claude could come in. I feel like this isn't too terrible unless he does indeed go into Azumarill. So I'm gonna go on to Goldango. If he goes Claude, then we can just go around into Electro, so that's fine. I just had to play it all out in my head real quick, because you got to play the scenarios in your brain. He could pop our balloon, but that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. We broke it sturdy. He could go out into Chi-Yu, but I feel like that would be silly of him, because it is a Make It Rain and you did Terra Dark. So we're just going to Make It Rain here. Don't withdraw, that's fine. Boomba, we have not seen who that is yet. That is this thing. Okay, cool. We're gonna Make It Rain. We're gonna Make It Rain. Does almost take out the Noivern. Almost takes out the Noivern. We could see a fire move here, which would be kind of annoying. Because other than that, we ignore the stabs. I feel like we might have to go into Grim. Just on the off chance they do fire move, because we are Spid Def. So I think we can go on safely into Grim, I want to say. So we'll just go into Grim here. If he roosts here, then that's good for us, because then we get a free turn. And we could threaten this thing out with Spirit Break. If it's Infiltrator, so be it. We're going to get T-Spiked. Our only Mon that's going to be touching the ground, unfortunately. U-turn. Okay, cool. So this thing is chipped. Great. It's really good for us. What can come in now? Screamtail, for sure. If Screamtail comes in, I don't think Dazzling Gleam will kill us. And I'll just taunt it, because he has no attacking move aside from Dazzling Gleam. And he might want to Wish. So I'm just going to shut that down. And then I'll opt to get up a light screen. So we're going to take Toxic Chip. I don't think we'll die to a Dazzling Gleam, because it is a Screamtail. So I'm just going to taunt here. So we're going to taunt. And then we're going to get up a light screen. Does opt to just Dazzling Gleam. Fair enough. See, we tank it. We can even live another one, honestly. I think we could honestly live another one, if not for the poison chip. So we're just gonna go for light screen now. If it's infiltrate or Noivern, it is what it is. Not too worried about it. It's better for dealing with Chi-Yu. And then we'll get up a reflect. And then we'll go right out into Goldango again. So that's perfect. 100% it's perfect. So they're gonna fire off a Dazzling Gleam. Grim's gonna go down, but that's okay. And then we just get to fire off another whatchamacallit. Because they're still taunted, which is great. Nope, they shake off the taunt. Haha. But they're not gonna be able to stay in, which is the important thing. And Goldango's been keeping its air balloon, which is pretty poggers. It's pretty cool. We're just floating. We're a floating piece of cheese. We're just gonna make it rain here every time. If they opt to stay in, okay. That's kind of nice. We're gonna pop, oh, they wanted to pop our balloon. They pop our balloon, but we're still behind a reflect. This thing is gonna be alive. It's gonna be able to tank. We're gonna go for a nasty plot. Because I assume, honestly, I don't know what I assume here. I assume we see a switch. See a protect. So this is perfect. Somebody's gonna have to take a +1, whatchamacallit. Somebody's gonna have to take a +1 Mega Rain. Somebody's gonna have to take a +1 Make It Rain. And nobody really wants to. So that's very perfecto. So we're gonna fire off another Make It Rain here. We only have 6 of them, but that's fine. We're gonna Make It Rain. Just trying to waste out my PP too, because he knows we only have 8 of them. And we gotta make sure we get the most of our Making It Rain. You can't just be out here splurging on your dollar bills. You gotta spend it on somebody that matters, bro. Not just any random, just somebody that means a lot, not no random, unless you got it like that. If you got it like that, like Goldango, then you can just, you know, waste them. But even Goldango only has 8, bro. So Lana's gonna switch out here. What do we see? Come in. Boomba, that's gonna be the Noivern. So Noivern's gone. Perfect. Perfect. Noivern is dead, and Screamtail has a lot of chip on it. So the only thing that will come in here is going to be the Chi-Yu, and we have a light screen up, so we easily go out into Roaring Moon, click Roost, I think this go round, just so that we can have some longevity, make sure, because we don't know the damage too well. Home for Dark Pulse. Death, that is going to be the Chi-Yu. The terrestrialized Chi-Yu. And it indeed, quite literally, will be the death of my Goldango. So we're going to go on to Roaring Moon here. If they opt to switch, we're now the fastest thing, aside from Screamtail. I'm not speed creeping Screamtail. I think I'm speed creeping the Palmot that he has. Dark Pulse, that's fine. Actually, I think now we could actually U-turn, honestly. So I'm just going to U-turn. 100% gonna U-turn. We're behind the screen. We also resist it. I think we'll be fine if we can do this exchange again. So gonna withdraw. Cool. We're gonna keep him in the cycle. Blueberry is going to be the Azu. And honestly, right here, it's a crit. It didn't matter. It doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I think I'm just gonna terrestrialize my duck. Cause I can Swords Dance in this thing. Yeah, I could Swords Dance in this thing's face. And we're behind the screen. So if Claude comes in, and if it's unaware, we still 2-shot a Claude. So I'm going to terrestrialize and Swords Dance. Because if they go for a play rough, we'll be able to tank it. Nice, so we get a free turn here. I could also just bluffed it. Honestly, it wouldn't have been too bad. Florp comes in. We're gonna Swords Dance. If it's unaware, it might be unaware, but I don't. He switched out on the whatchamacallit, so I feel like it's not unaware. I feel like it most definitely is probably what is it called? Water Absorb. I feel like it is Water Absorb. We're gonna be able to get off a Swords Dance here. Earthquake from a Claude might tickle a little bit, but it is a Claude and we are behind our reflect, so I'm not too worried. Light screen does wear off, which is unfortunate. We're just gonna opt to Ice Spinner here. We might be able to take this thing out if it's not unaware. And it is not unaware, so Claude is down. Perfect. Perfect. If we had a light screen up, oh baby, we'd be in business. We would be in business right now. Reflect wears off as well. we would be in business. We would very much be in business. Yeah, if I could have just stepped one time. If I could have stepped one time. I guess the question is, can we live anything from a Chiyu? Quackleval to a Chiyu. Chiyu. We don't know what it is though. Death comes out. Terra Dark. We are electric. We quite literally die. It really is death. So we're gonna switch out here because we have to. Oh, if I could have stepped one time. What is left? He has the Azu in the back. Azu, my thing is I don't want to switch in Roaring Moon now because it's a little bit problematic. Well, imagine if I didn't Terra. Should have just not Terra. Should have just risked it for the biscuit. Because then we could stay in. I'm trying to think. What does he have? He has the Avalug. He has the fish. He has the Screamtail, and he has something else. We can go into Armor Rouge here. Might have to sack it off, which is fine. So I think I'll just do that. Because I really don't want to put myself in a position to lose whatchamacallit, Roaring Moon, because that'd just be silly. Dark Pulse, that's fine. So we're gonna die here. We're gonna have to sack the Armor Rouge. He's been clicking it every time, which I'm surprised about, because I thought he would at least click Fire Move because it's stronger. But I guess I should have he's just gonna click the same thing. I should have just went ahead and not done that. What is in the back here? Azu would come out. I have to U-turn every time. Literally have to U-turn every time. Because U-turn will kill this thing. There's a Chiyu, but it is Terra Dark. You're gonna withdraw. Yeah, maybe stacking Armor Rouge was just a silly play. We're gonna go into Blueberry. We're gonna U-turn. Now the question becomes Quackleval to a Azumarill. Say it's just max HP. Or Terra Electric. We do kill this thing. We do kill. We do kill. Because at the range that it's at, if it's just max HP, we do kill. Aqua Jet does 31 to 37 to us. It would put us in range if they did do something else. I think we can just go for a nice little Terra Blast. I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem clicking Terra Blast here. So, okay, cool. So they just opt to stay in. We're gonna hit this thing super duper hard. I think it will drop unless it is defensive. It is defensive. It's defensive, and it has a berry. Oh, was it Belly Drum? I was probably Belly Drum, which is a little scary. Liquidation comes off. Does tickle. Does indeed tickle. We're gonna Terra Blast here. I'm 100% gonna Terra Blast here because I mean they're gonna Aqua Jet. It won't kill, so that's cool. And we're gonna be able to kill this little pesky little Azumarill, which is nice. So cool. Nice. So what will we do here? We do have a Moxie. We do have the Moxie. If we can go, so Chiyu comes in. We could, what would we want to save this thing for? Screamtail, we could save this thing for Screamtail, sort of, kind of. Not really. Because he's running out of answers for the Roaring Moon. But I could just go out into Roaring Moon now, because he's been clicking Dark Pulse every time. But honestly, I'll just opt to Aqua Step here. Oh, it's Flame Charge. Oh my. So it's not choice, it's just like boots probably then. Oh, okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. So now we'll go on to Roaring Moon. Because it's not boosting item or anything. It could be nasty plot though, which is not bueno. So we will roost here. He's just on to Dark Pulse. Okay. So how much will this do? Does tickle. And he gets the flinch. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. That is super duper unfortunate. Yep, because then Roaring Wind goes down. Well, that was the game right there. Or I should have roosted on a prior turn. We'll go into Electros. Maybe try to live one. Because it's not boosting nature or anything. I mean, it's not boosting item. We can just Drain Punch here. Gonna opt to Dark Pulse. Hopefully we can live. If we live, that'd be great. We do live. Okay, well, that's just gonna be the game. It is what it is. That really sucks because other than the flinches, I feel like we were pretty in a good position. So we are gonna lose here to Dark Pulse flinches. It is the game we play. That is very upsetting because you know, Drain Punch actually I think could have killed this Chiyu if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna go into Goldango. That really sucks, but it is what it is. Drain Punch could have done quite a bit. U-turn would have been able to KO this, not KO, do a lot. We're just gonna Focus Blast, and that's gonna be game. That really does suck though. That does indeed suck. It does suck. What can you do? What can you do when it's the game we play? I wouldn't say, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should have roosted instead of doing the momentum shenanigans. Probably should have roosted one time. Would be the only thing that I would have said would have changed. Other than that, yeah, I think I played pretty solid. But GG's to Lars. That's going to be unfortunate. I think we lost 3-0. So not too bad, but you know, you'll always want to win. So without further ado, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And if you are new, make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. And make sure to go show make sure to go show some love to Lars, as his link to his channel will be down below in the description. Without further ado, I am your boy Jay. I'm gonna get up out your hair and I'll catch you next time. Bye.